Okay, Likutei Moharan Torah Vav. We said that these three mitzvahs that Am Yisrael Torah Vav, the three mitzvahs that HaKadosh Baruch Hu commanded Am Yisrael to come to us, Yisrael.
Maybe somebody in the
to what?
Maybe somebody in the audience would sponsor us cough medicine.
Yeah.
Adherence.
It's not cough medicine. This is reflux. I'm not doing myself any favors of drinking coffee. This is what Chazal said, that before they come to us, Israel, they had to do the three mitzvahs to annihilate the offsprings of Amalek, and to buy Beis HaMechira, and to put a melech on them. All these, Shalosh mitzvahs and B'chinas Tshuva, all these three mitzvahs, the upper Nakuda, the lower Nakuda, and the Vav in between, these are all the three mitzvahs in Nakudas Tshuva. And when Nosson says, Klal Ad Kan, everything we read until now, Kaful La'em Shinulot Tzad. We already explained before the connection between these two mitzvahs. So the Pasuk, Yad V'Yom Tachtenu, Kodesh Baruch Hu will defeat nations on our feet. We already explained that before. Now, Rabbeinu said that this Torah is Kavanas Ari, the meditations of Arizal in the inn of Elul, Chodesh Elul. These are the Kavanas of Elul. Elul obviously is a month of Tshuva. And after the Rebbe finished the story, he says, this is Kavanas Elul. So Nosson, dug into it and to find out, why is this the Kavanas Elul? He brings now the Kavanas Elul and how it is alluded to in the Torah. And when I got what the Nosson is saying over here, it blew my mind. Totally blew my mind. How in the Rebbe's Torah's Kavanas Elul, you think you have to learn Kabbalah, you have to learn the meditations of Arizal in order to. But the truth of the matter is, if you learn Kavanas Ari, the meditation of the Arizal, you learn technically that you're supposed to do, Shem Kaso Besego, Shem Sag Bechirik. What does it mean? What is it? This is. You don't know what does it actually mean. So technically, that you're supposed to meditate on these letters, on these names. This way, that way, but what's good to do with El? What the whole thing is, and when you understand, first of all, how the Rebbe alludes to the specific meditations that Arizal says, and you look at those meditations from the eyes of the Torah that you learned, everything falls into place. Suddenly you understand what Arizal is saying, Michlal. So this is what it says like this. Now Nosson is going to explain, that when a person wants to go in the ways of tshuva, he has to be totally proficient, and be boki in Ratzov Vashov, in going up and going down. How all this is alluded to in Kavonas Elul, in the meditations of Elul to Arizal, and how to actually be mekayim, how to do it, because Rabbeinu told us not to deal with meditations with kavanas. This is what it says before. V'zeh sod kavanas elul. The Rebbe says this is the secret of kavanas elul. Found? It says it like this. Shemati K'tzas, I heard from Rabbeinu a little bit, the explanation thereof. Ketipe min hayam, like a drop from the water. Ayen shem kavonas elul, to the Arizal. It is said in the Siddur of Arizal, in the gate of Ruach HaKodesh, in page 121. It says over there like this: the entire meditations of the month of Elul is is predicated on a single pasuk. And what is that pasuk? Haynosein bayam dorech, the one who giveth away a path in the sea. The sea doesn't have any paths, but the entire chokhmah of shipping is to find a path when there are no roads, like in the sea. There's no. What you need to do, Arizal says, you have to illuminate the aspect of derech, which is gematria 224. Yeah, because Daled is 4, Reish is 200, and Chaf is 20, so it's 224. In Bayam, you have to shine it in Yam. Yam is gematria 52.
Okay.
Yeah? Bayam. Anoten Bayam derech. In other words, you have to put in Bayam, you have to shine derech into it. The one who gives, Bayam gives in the Yam derech. You're supposed to take derech and you have to put it in Bayam. Derech is 224, Bayam is Gematria 52. V'zeh derech, and this particular derech, Arizal explains, ובחינת שני פעמים שם יבוק. The Indian of, there's a holy name, it's called Yabok. We once said that what is Yabok? Yabok is the middle line that goes all the way from the Kesser all the way down. It's Yichud, Brocho, Kedusho. This is Yabok. Yichud, Brocho, Kedusho. It's a flow that goes down. So, whoa, that was really itchy. And derech is twice the name Yabok. Why? Because Yabok, twice Yabok is Gematria 224. Yabok is Kuf is 100, and Yud Beis is 112. Twice is 224. It comes at there. Now, and this comes from the two Shemes, says Arizal, Shem Kaso and Sag. These are the two names that their gematria, each one's gematria, one is Kaso, 161, and one is Sag, 63. In other words, that the Shem Havai, if you remember, that every name has its own fillers, so to speak. So Shem Havai b'milu Yudin, when you fill every single letter, you spell it out. Yud Vav Dalet Hey Yud. And Vav Aleph Vav Hey Yud. This is a specific name, a specific filler. We have, if you remember, we have Shem Ab, which is the Atzilus, which is totally Vav, which is it's Yud Vav Dalet Hey Yud Vav Hey Yud. There's a lower name, it's called Shem Sag. Shem Sag is where instead of Vav Yud Vav in the middle, it's put Vav Aleph Vav. Everything else is the same. Yud Vav Dalet, Hey Yud, the end is Hey Yud, but in the middle is Vav Aleph Vav. This is called Shem Sag. The total Gematria is Sag. This is Gematria, this is not Sag, I'm sorry. The Shem Havai in this minute in Gematria is 161, which is Kaso. This is 161. And Shem Eke Milui Aleph K Yud Vav Daled K Yud is Gematria Sag. Okay, this gets very complicated. This is the two names that you have to be mechavan in Elul. Elo b'china shnei hashleimus. These are the two names that comes up kasa and sag. The total gematria of one of them is kuf samich aleph, is 161, and the other one is sag, is 63. The gematria together, 161 plus 63, comes out Yabok, which is gematria twice Yabok, gematria derech, and at 224. So what we said is that you have to take derech, and you have to put it in the bayam. And this is the twice Shem Yabok. Derech is twice Shem Yabok, which comes from the two Shemus of Kaso and San. Kaso 161. It's Shem Havai Milui Milui Kaso, and there is in Shem Eke in so this comes out Gematria Derech, and now Arizal says like this. So Mimeil, because Kaso and Sag together is Gematria 224, and Yabok is Gematria 112, and twice Yabok is Gematria 224. Yeah. This is Gematria of Derech. So, and now you have to be mechaber to meditate on Shem Kaso in the punctuation, in the vowelization of Segol, and Shem Sag, which is Shem Eke, with this milui chirik, with each, in other words, each letter has a chirik under it. You have 10 letters that comprise the Shem Kaso. Hello? Yeah. Shem Kaso, each one, you have 10 letters. Al Yud Vav Daled, Hey Yud, Vav Al Vav, Hey. So you have altogether 10 letters. Each one gets a segel underneath it. So the Yud Vav Daled, so the Yud is in segels, the Ye, and then the Ve, and then De, and then you have He, then you have Ye, then you have Ve, you have E, and you have Ve. It's segel. So everything is in segel. Okay? So you have 10 letters with segel each underneath it. And Shem Sag you have to do with chirik. So it's aleph. So it's aleph lamed. So you're supposed to do the I'm sorry. It's the Shem. Of course, it's the Shem Eke is besegel. The Avaya the Avaya miluk in the middle of Sag. And the ek is mila of segel, because I saw that something doesn't work for me, because ek is aleph hey yud yud vavdal hey yud is gematria 161. Because I said, how can yud vavdal Shem Havai be 161? It cannot. It's a mistake. Shem eke aleph lamed fei, because you have the fei in there. The fei alone is 80 and the lamed is 30. You already have 110. Altogether it comes 161. This is Shem Kaso. And the Shem Havai B'chirik is so you have the Yud is the Yi with the Chirik underneath it, and the Vav with the Chirik underneath it is V, and the Dal underneath it is D. Okay, so let's do a revision here. There's a Tos here. At least I think there's a Tos here. Anyhow, you have the 10 letters that comprise the name Kaso, and 10 letters that comprise the name Sag. Shem Kaso, which is Aleph Lamed Fei, you have to have a segel under each.
Segel.
This is segel under each, so you have 10 times segel. Okay? Yeah. And Shem Sag, which is Shem Yud Ke Vav Ke, with Milu Yudin only with a Vav, with the Aleph in the middle Vav. Each letter of the 10 has a chirik in it. Shem Kaso in Segol, Shem Sag with chirik. Then you notice like this. He says, "V'tzarech kachaven Shem Kaso." You have to meditate on the name Kaso with Segel. And Shem Sag, you have to meditate b'chirik. And now he said, "V'segel de Kaso v'chir de Sag" comes together, oilim tov. It comes together to 400. What does it mean? It means that if you take each letter of the 10 letters, it's 10. Each underneath it has a segel underneath it, right? Shem Kaso. What happens if you multiply, which means the segel underneath the letter means not only vowelization instruction of how to speak it, but it's also a mathematical instruction. Multiply by 3. Segel is 3 nikudas.
Yeah.
Okay? How much is 10 letters
30.
multiplied by 3? Each one by 3. 300. Shem Kaso is also 10 letters. Each one is multiplied by 1, is by 10. How much is it altogether? 100. How much is 300 plus 100? 400. So Kaso b'Segel and Sag b'Chirik together comes out to Tov. Tov is 400. Okay? So this is what he's saying here. And you're probably wondering, like, where is this leading me? What am I supposed to understand here? When you'll find out where this is leading you, it'll totally blow your mind. So he says that Shem Segel de Kaso, which means Kaso, meditated in Segel, V'chirik de Sag, and Sag meditated with Chirik, comes up to Tav, comes up to 400. Ki Shem Kaso, the name Kaso, Shem Eke. Now I know, I saw that it was a mistake here. Ki Shem Kaso, Shem Eke. The name Kaso is the name Eke in such a filler. Aleph Lamed Fei, K Yud, Yud Vav Dalet, K Yud. This is 10 letters. V'kol echad nekuda b'segel, each one has a segel underneath it. V'segel u shalosh nekudas. What is segel? It's 3 dots, which means multiply by 3. That's why it comes out to shloshim. Because every nekuda is like a yud. Yud is gematria eser, is gematria 10. Okay? A segel, a single segel, quote unquote, is a mathematical equation of 30. Because what is a nekuda? Nekuda is 10, right? It's a yud. So 3 nekudas is 30. So each letter is multiplied by 30. You have 10 letters multiplied by 30, it's 300, as we said before. Because every nekuda is like a yud, which is gematria 10, and that's why every segel, which is 3 nekudas, is 30. Since you have 10 letters, so you have 10 times segel, 10 times 30, which means, again, yud pamim segel leshin, that's why 10 times, 10 times segel, yud times segel, comes out to shin 300. That's one calculation. We understood it already before. V'sag and yud siyal shemilo shem. And what is sag? Sag is the 10 letters, which is the filler of the shem havaya, as we said before. Yud k, yud vav dalet, k yud, vav aleph vav, k yud. Each one with a chirik underneath it, and every nekuda of chirik is 10, right? Mm-hmm. It's like the os yud, which is gematria 10. So you have 10 letters times 10, which means 10 pamim chirik, 10 times chirik, so 10 times 10, so that's why all nekudas together comes out kuf, comes out 100. Ushnehem, and both of them, chirik the sag. Sag with the punctuation of sag, of chirik. V'segel de kaso, which is 300, or yachad tov. They come out all together. The combined sum total is 400, which is tov, the letter tov. Now, and that is the gematria of the word pshuto, stretched, opened. It's gematria 400. It's exactly that. V'az, and they call elo bechinas. All these bechinas, you meditate on Shem Kaso b'Segel, Shem Sag b'Chiri, and you are able to, through this, illuminate the derech, which is twice Shem Yaboik, in Biyam, in the Indian of Biyam, which is 52. Through this, the right hand of Kodesh Baruch Hu is pshuto lekabel tshuva. The right hand of Kodesh Baruch Hu is stretched out to be mekabel your tshuva, even though you don't reach it yet. You know, you don't get yet to Hashem. You're just trying. So Kodesh Baruch Hu says, "Are you trying?" So he stretches his hand out to receive your tshuva, even though your tshuva is not there yet. Ki yomin, the word yomin, with its filler, all right, which is Yud Vav Daled, Mem Mem, Yud Vav Daled, Nun Vav Nun, comes out together, Gematria Derech. Yamin Hashem, Pshuta Lekabel Shavim. The right arm of Hashem is stretched to receive people who do tshuva. So the Yamin is the Derech, comes out with the three oisias of Daled Reish Chaf together. That's the way sometimes you calculate in Kabbalah that if the actual gematria of the individual letters, is missing, either one, so you add up the I don't want to get into too much Kabbalistic techniques of how these things are done. But he says so Yamin, with this, once it's spelled out, it comes up with Gematria Derech with the three letters. Because Yamin in Gematria is 226. With the word itself is 227. Derech is 224. You add the three letters to it, so it's also 227. Now, Derech is what is Derech? Shul Gematria, Shte Pamim Yabok. So you said the Derech is twice Yabok. So what you found out is like this, that the names Kaso and Sag is Gematria Derech. And Derech is Gematria Yamin. And the punctuation of the names Kasar and Sag is Gematria Pshuto. So you have Yamin and you have Pshuto. So you see that through the names of Kasar and Sag, which are the names of Chodesh Elul, so you have Yamin Pshuto. You have created the Yamin Pshuto. That's the right of Kodesh Baruch Hu is stretched out. The Bayam is Gematria 52. This is Keneged Shem Avoya in Milui Ban. This is okay. So this is the Rebbe doesn't get into this too much, but this is what he's saying, that basically Bayam. So we're supposed to shine the Baderech in Bayam, the Derech in Bayam. Bayam is Gematria 52. 52 is the holy name of Hashem that belongs to the Malchus. If you remember, there are four names of Hashem. Hello? Ag, Ab, Sag, Ma, Ban. Ban is 52. So the lower one is the Malchus, that's the 52. Bayam is Gematria 52. So what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to have the Baderech, with whatever names you have to, and to illuminate it into Bayam, into the sea, into the Malchus. Into the Malchus. Ayen Sham calls Evo Kavonas Elu. All this is alluded to in Kavonas Elu. Go look Kisva Arizal, you find out in the edition of Chodesh Elu. Vata, now, Bo Ve'aven, come and look and understand how all these Kavonas are alluded to and hidden with an absolutely awesome and incredible way in this Torah. Everything we learned until now, you'll see that all Kavonas Arizal were hidden in there. What we said before, anybody who wants to do tshuva, he has to have two proficiencies, right? Boki beratzon and boki bashav. You have to be proficient in going up when things are going well, and boki bashav when things are going badly. This is coming in and going out. If I should ascend the heaven, there you are. I haven't even started yet. Proficient in coming down. If I lay my bed down in the depths of hell, of purgatory, this is where you are. This is a proficient in, it doesn't rattle you, you're unstable. Like this. And the simple explanation is what? that anybody who wants to go with the ways of tshuva, tzech lachgor moislav, has to strengthen himself. You have to constantly strengthen yourself in the ways of Hashem. Ben be'aliyah, ben be'yerida. When you're going up or you're going down. If I ascend to the heavens or I descend to the depth of hell, it doesn't matter, it's all the same. I'm bad, if suddenly, Hashem illuminates you now, we're feeling on top of the world. You become a godel. Even so, don't become complacent. Start all over again. Don't stop there. Keep on going, keep on keeping on. You have to be very proficient in it. You have to be very, wizened to it, and don't get lulled, into your false sense of security. Just keep on keeping on more and more and more. You have to know and believe that you have to go weiter and more and more and more. This is proficient in Ratzon. What's it called to be proficient in going up? That no matter how up you go and how high you are, you said this is nothing, I haven't started yet, and you keep on going on. You never go, oh, okay, that's fine, I'm okay, I don't need anymore. Now, keep on, and it's very lulling, let me rest a little bit. And you should know, whenever you come to a higher madrega, you should know that if you remember this Moshe said about the wise man and the child with the horse, he said, wait. Okay. I said that there was a folk story about this beautiful child that was in one village, and all the people in the village loved it. And one day, this beautiful child found this beautiful horse, and all the people in the village were happy. And the wise says, wait. And then he rode on the horse, he fell off the horse, and he broke his leg. All the people in the village said, oh, such a beautiful child, look, he broke his leg, and now he's a cripple. So the Chacham said, wait. And then came the people of the king and conscripted all the children of the village to the army, but this one they didn't take because he was lame. He had a lame leg. So everybody says, how fortunate with us. The Chacham said, wait. In other words, it's not the end of things. It's not. But the derech is, if things are going ill, wow, that's great. Now I'm sitting nice, I'm high on the hog, and everything is fine. And wait, start all over again. And you have to be, whatever it is, when you feel this kind of elation and euphoria, everything is going good, you have to be very, very proficient. This is Boki Beratzah. No, this is Boki Beratzah. When you go up. This is B'chinas Ayat. This corresponds to the puzzle. If I shall ascend the heavens, there you are. You're still there. You're still very far. And the same thing, the opposite. Even if Chas v'Chala a person fall, no matter where he falls to, even to the very depth of Gehenna, the very depth of purgatory, never despair. Just look and ask for Kodesh Baruch Hu. And strengthen him any place you find yourself. And every place that you can find the Kodesh Baruch Hu there. You can adhere to the Kodesh Baruch Hu, and you can stick yourself with the Kodesh Baruch Hu. And it means even if you make your bed in the depth of the, you sleep in the street. And he says, it is not possible to go except when you are totally proficient with these two ways. Now Hashem will explain the rest of this tomorrow, and then we'll go into the story of Arizal.